1 fucking hour, we did The Boost. You got to see it. You'll love it. You'll love it. You're a James Woods fan, aren't you? The Boost is this movie from 1988, and so it's right in the pocket there. And it's a basically like a cocaine cautionary tale, you know, like a cocaine scare type of film. It's actually based on a book. This is hilarious. It's based on a book called Ludes. So the original book, the source material was about Quaaludes, but the book was written by Ben Stein. So, yeah, that's just a weird world of cross section of, like, yeah, Ben Stein, Republicans, and drugs, like, in this movie. But anyway, so yeah, it's basically about James Woods. He's married to Sean Young, you know, from Blade Runner. She's the female star of the film, and he's just kind of this guy. He's like real, just manic, his own worst enemy. You know, can't get out of his own, can't get out of his own way. He's always trying to find the next best thing, even though he already has it. You know, he's already in love with, you know, his wife and everything's great, but he's always striving for more and to impress her more. So, oh wait, I just realized your mic's down. Are you there? Talk.
I'm there. I'm here.
Okay. Sorry.
Ben Stein. Win Ben Stein's money.
So anyway, he basically.
Oh my God! Yeah, go on.
So he gets this job, and he's making all this money, but you know he's all in debt. He's just buying airplanes, he's buying houses, he's buying all these things, and then his business that he's running, or not running, but this business he's part of goes under because of some tax shelter loophole, and he winds up flat on his ass, and then he turns to cocaine. And then the movie is just all about him and Sean Young as they just become just ruthless cokeheads. And
yes,
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. So we looked at that for 1 fucking hour, and we just dove into the movie and James Woods. And then there's also this kind of like behind the scenes scandal with James Woods and Sean Young, where they were actually having an affair during the movie, allegedly, and that wound up with a lawsuit and the whole thing. So. Yeah, it was definitely a good. It was a really good episode, and then Friday we're gonna be recording Phantasm. We're doing Phantasm, so
the best.
Will be fantastic.
On that note, though, we tried watching another Harold Becker movie recently.
Sea of Love.
Domestic Disturbance.
Oh.
Have you seen this?
I don't think so.
This terrible '90s. Thriller with Travolta and Vince Vaughn.
Oh, I know
he's
the
like
movie.
An abusive stepfather. Yeah, absolute stinky garbage, but pretty entertaining, you know.
Oh, Phantasm, Jack. Phantasm is one of the best horror films of all time.
Phantasm is razor blade ball that's flying at your head. Is that what that one is?
It's just like
Okay.
The whole movie is just like a total, like, we sort of joke that it's like a Uriah Heep album cover brought to life for $5,000. You know, and it's just awesome. It's like a DIY nightmare.
So good.
And it's amazing.
Power comic movie for sure.
Oh, absolutely, totally, yeah, and just like. Awesome details, like it feels like a bad acid trip at times. It's directed by a guy, I think he was Don Coscarelli. He was like 23 or something when he directed it. So
right.
It's just super. Will, that's not true. Part 2 is not better. It's actually about half as good, maybe even not even that actually. So that's all I'm just gonna say about that.
Will, you're wrong. Will, everyone, Will is wrong.
So yeah, Phantasm 1 OG is just the fucking best. Yeah. But all right, looks like we're. I mean, I like Phantasm 2. Don't get me wrong. It's just not. It's not as amazing as you know. Phantasm 1 belongs in like an art gallery. Okay. Fake news. All right, guys. We'll see you on the other side. Let's start the show. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Power Comics Book Club. Oh, it's just two of us tonight. I don't know if you noticed, but it's just this dumb pair. I'm Evan Husney, CEO, founder, co-founder of Power Comics, joined, of course, by my head researcher, who I've employed now for how long? Would you say a decade? Have I employed you?
30 years. Feels like.
It sure has. But we've dug through many a crate, looked at many a comic, and we've done a lot of work here to build this fine institution. And that is, I better introduce you. No, Ben, I'm out. I know. Don't click off. I think. First, Gabe Ruben Deichel, say hello.
What's up? I feel like dog shit, boys and girls.
Tell us why.
I'm sick. I got a terrible cold. I thought it was COVID. It's not. But I'm here for you guys. And you know what, Metalhead Bob, get out of here. I don't need you. I'm running on fumes anyway, bud. No, please stay.
Well, if you didn't do the show, we certainly wouldn't have had a show at all. It would have been a one-man performance arts piece. I could have done it. Well, I think, I think last week's show was maybe one of the reasons I actually think last week's show might have scared Ben away. I think that's evident to me. I think that show was too weird. It was too crazy. And it was
I think last week's show is why I'm sick right now, actually.
Yeah, totally. That was one wacky show, for sure. And that was when we hooked up with Mr. Will Holloway. We sort of had him on the air, not really. And then we also had Roy Prince, the artist of Banyon of the High Fortress #2. And speaking of Banyon of the High Fortress, we have enlisted Rémy Bennett, our Manhattan correspondent. She's going to be making an appearance on the show at the end of the show because she has followed your orders, Gabe, and she has prepared a book report on Banyon of the High Fortress #1. So we will get
amazing
a in-depth report on Banyon of the High Fortress #1 from Rémy at the end of the show. She's actually preparing it right now and writing it up as we speak. So she'll be ready at the end of the show. But this week's show, we are going to be looking at Victim, another deep dive into the SilverWolf Comics universe. And did you have a chance to look at this ish before we went on the air?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I reread it. Just as confusing as it was the first couple times I read it, and I'm looking forward to this one. Did you reread it, or are you going in blind here?
No, I actually reread it a few days ago.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, when we finally decided that we were going to do Victim. And yeah, man, I mean, I'm kind of finally, after about a decade, I'm sort of finding my enthusiasm for SilverWolf Comics. At first, it was kind of like this oversaturated, Victim with a giant capital V. For me, SilverWolf was kind of this thing where it's like, these are everywhere. They're ubiquitous. They're like a cancer overtaking the quarter and dollar bins. They're just everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I didn't quite appreciate them. Also because some of the lettering is typed, and sometimes it's maybe even a little too good or a little too kind of mediocre for my taste in Power Comics. I like something a little wobbly, a little more outsider.
But then you realize that it is bizarro world like Marvel. It's what would happen if Marvel was had like fetal alcohol syndrome.
But no,
it's like yeah.
But
it's like
wait.
a very big go on.
Well, I was just gonna say it's like because SilverWolf Comics is sort of like they had a lot of really well-known artists, guys that would go on to be big names in the industry, right? They fostered a lot of talent when they were young, a lot of young professionals there behind the scenes at SilverWolf. So something about that, I think, made it to me sort of like a little too good or a little too in the know, a little too self-aware, maybe. perhaps.
Yeah.
Like the ambition, like these guys are mostly going somewhere, you know, after they do this. And so that was the thing for me where I was like, you know, SilverWolf is kind of just not as special as, say, a John Tar or a Dreamweaver or something like that. But now I'm sort of finding my passion for it, and because they are kind of like, you know, little, you know, back of the VHS tape synopsis, you know, kind of stories. You know what I mean by that? Like just kind of.
Yeah, they're still incredibly well, you know, again, we kind of have to pick and choose here because I think we, you know, there again, like you're saying, there's a lot of fairly successful or ubiquitous SilverWolf comics that you would just, you know, that fit perfectly on a shelf back in the day with any other superhero comic that don't feel as independent as we might like. But the ones that do, the ones that are, because, you know, Chris Silver was at the level that he was at in putting stuff out, you still get a bunch of weird gems, you know.
Well, they're all
and
young. I think yeah.
They're young, but I think someone else in the chat last time we did a SilverWolf pointed out that one of their criteria for why maybe SilverWolf wasn't a power comic was because they all had like editors, and they all had a pretty robust staff producing these, but
we hate
and
staffs.
that's totally valid. Yeah, we do. Yeah. And anytime like we've done a lot of power comics that have staff, but it's usually like a brother and a sister and a girlfriend that are all like 6 different roles.
It's like putting your whole family in like your movie or something. Yeah.
It's like pudding. It's like chocolate pudding. No, it's but and to that end, I agree in a lot of ways, but I think it's still Chris rode the line in a lot of ways with the talent again because they were so young, and it was still so obviously independent production going on here. So, but yeah, totally. I think you know, we're picking the ones that really stand out as, you know, power or independent. You know?
Staff infection. Yeah, totally. So yeah, 2 weeks ago we looked at Thieves, which was fucking awesome. Still top of the list for me in terms of SilverWolf, and this is probably number 2 for me. I mean, Dark Assassin is up there as well too, but Victim with a capital V is pretty freaking special here. I don't know. I was kind of looking at it again and just being and just you know, it has the same qualities of really interesting interiors, exteriors. Cars are drawn super funny. There's really good like accessories here that are very powered up, and great little cufflinks like, here.
Victim is like if like the camera guy on a porn shoot got like had the drive to try to make his own action movie in the off hours using like the same sets and actors, just so like hindered in its plot and art, and just it's such a bizarre comic, and it's weirdly horny and sexist, just like me.
Oh Lord. So here we go. Victim. I mean, the cover, awesome. The giant V. That V is just peeking there. It is a really cool logo. That is a very extreme power logo. Very, I mean, it's not really utilitarian. It is cool. Like that would be sweet on the side of a van or something. I could definitely see that. All right, let's get into it here. I wanted to scan this intro letter to see if there was anything really of consequence here. Here we go again from the top. By the time you read this in any of the books, all of the February releases will be out, or they will be at the printer. At the same time, most of the March releases will be at the printer, or actually, okay, great. We've had numerous startup problems, not unlike any other company just starting out. However, our problems are magnified by a glut in the market, which I am part of. Aren't we all? So maybe this is, right in the middle of that black and white boom. That is real. This is 1987. Victim comes out. So comics are black and white comics are flooding the stands, obviously off the heels of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and things like that. Just for fun, though, I'd like to point out something which I think bears taking note. Almost all of my books are completely unique and individual in concept. I don't know about that. I think
Chris, I don't know, Chris.
Maybe by taking many different, concepts from other books and combining them, if that's what you mean.
I think if they are, it's not on purpose.
Right. Sure.
It's not something to brag about, Chris.
Okay. The two which are not very unique, the art series and talent search, are meant to be more functional and practical than unique. Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about a couple weeks ago. He has talent search books and SilverWolf trivia books. I mean, he's really trying to build that brand when he's publishing, which is interesting. I mean, we should throw some of those up on sometime.
He's doing it, man.
He's doing it, yeah. They are their own mag, not a ripoff of another. Granted, not all the titles are completely unique, but how many legions are there anyway? And Grips was not designed as a ripoff of Marvel's character either. So he's getting heat about Grips, it looks like, which is a well-known SilverWolf title. Tim Vigil was helming at the time, and he obviously went on to do awesome stuff. Anyway, here he's just I don't see if there's anything here.
No, he's saying that Grips originally didn't. His main weapon wasn't his weird Wolverine claws. It was some other.
Oh yeah, he says
thing,
in fact,
and
initially his two Nubaku were the main weapons of the character, not his pincers. The two pincers were modified from an old kung fu flick I watched while in San Diego in the mid 1970s. Jeez. But this is interesting here because he also gives a little heads up on what's been going on with SilverWolf software. So what's new in SilverWolf? Well, the software has taken a back seat for a few weeks, but I'll let you know what's happening to that next month. We're getting ready to launch our color books, 10 of them. Did that ever happen? I don't think so.
I don't know. Did the software ever happen?
I doubt it, but I never seen any color SilverWolf books. Has anybody out there ever seen a color SilverWolf comic? Plus 2 more black and whites, and I'm looking for a wholesaler of no-dos. So he's all no-dosed out to get all this done. I once grew up across the street from this kid back in Minnesota, and I remember his mom, I could hear his mom yelling at him in the house next door about, Jim, you're doing no-dos again. Really mad at him about no-dos. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Keep your eyes on the mail. Keep your eyes on for other shit we'll be doing. Fat Ninja, boo. That's a bad SilverWolf title. We don't like Fat Ninja, right?
No. We don't like irony in our power comics.
Not at all. No. Keep writing. We love your letters, whether they be good or bad. We just like to know that you care enough to write. Okay, sweet. And then we're hit, Gabe, with this amazing first panel.
Ooh, this is like... It's like one of those shooting range guys, if you're a target practice villain that's coming at you while you're shooting your AK, This is wild, man.
It's great. I love it. I love it. 3 guns right here. We're looking at 3 guns, which is awesome. It's hurtling us right into this. The stance is hilarious. The fact that I'm guessing this leg is all the way folded up behind and up his back here is amazing.
Don't know where the leg is. Don't know where half the seats on this bus are. And there's just one giant picture window.
The Phantasm ball is up here. It's great. But yeah, awesome. Yeah, WJ, SilverWolf became Greater Mercury. Yes, that's right. I have those, but I don't think any of them are color. I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, this is just a killer opening page. I mean, yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, exactly. Issue 1, Deathborg. 2 in parentheses.
2 in parentheses, yep.
Yep. Art by Paul Schultz. Now, did Paul do Thieves? Was that the guy that did Thieves? Do you remember?
No, he didn't do Thieves. No.
I'm gonna try.
I don't know who. I think Paul went on to. I think he might have done another.
Yeah.
SilverWolf, a couple titles maybe, but I mean this art is pretty unique in itself, even within the SilverWolf canon here. It's so bizarre.
Is it My Comic Shop that lists the artist? Oh, here we go. Yeah, cover art by Paul Martin, script by. I guess not. I guess Paul Martin, not Paul Schultz. A different Paul, I guess.
Different Paul.
At here. Okay, fine. All right. So, hey, punk, don't move. Blam. This is a bad situation for some, worse for others. Okay, getting shot is worse for others because why? All right.
So yeah, just immediately so confusing. Oh, this guy, I love this guy.
Oh, I know. And then immediately we're like introduced to the here. Hold on one second. Sorry, we're introduced to the bassist from Blue Oyster Cult here, for sure.
I mean, looks like he's about to start a polygamous cult in Waco, Texas. That fucking guy.
Or like a Beavis and Butthead high school teacher.
That hair.
I know, it's amazing. Put down the gun, copper. I'll kill you. Yeah, this is in the running for one of the best power characters for sure, right?
Power perms.
Yeah, totally. And the cross-hatching weird like background. Like, I guess that's just supposed to be. I mean, he's doing it all over here, just with these little action backgrounds here, these tones. Or if he's drawing these, and this is a tone, and there's some more on the next page, but it's pretty interesting. And then this character here, who we don't know yet. Wherever I go, violence follows. I told you to stop. No way. This time I'm gone. And then here's the shooter again. Blam. What a break. Now's my chance. And then, of course, we get some Matrix action here. Nice shot, but I'm not dead. Perhaps a few more hours on the pistol range. Maybe one less at the bar. Pow, pow. So then, can you tell me what's happening here? Who's shooting who and what's happening?
I mean, what does that bottom right panel say right there?
He says, who knows? The point is now moot. Does not help
Okay,
us.
Right. It's so confusing. I'm pretty sure bad guy got on a bus and is being followed by the cop who shoots him. Who's our guy right there. And then
who's this guy? Is this the cop? No,
that's another bad guy.
He's another bad guy. Okay. You're right.
Who's like behind the guy who got shot. Cop is at the door, the bus, and cop tries to shoot perm guy. Right. Who then
the perm guy, Matrix
lights him up, and
lights him up. Got it.
Amidst all this fucking ditzy hunk is thinking a bunch of shit and running away.
Right. It's very confusing, disorienting, but I guess it works.
No,
what do you think of the art style? It doesn't work. No, it doesn't work at all.
It is, I would say, initially, I mean, nauseating, but the more you look at it, like, the more interesting it gets. It's so weird. It reminds me a lot of like some of those kind of cast off heavy metal one-off stories with, this like almost underground comics aesthetic, but a little bit later, like mid-70s, really clean lines, but also just usually have like good anatomy. This is just like weird ragdoll physics with like meticulous shading. It's very strange.
It is very strange. This guy looks
confusing.
like he might show up in like a Ghost Rider issue or something, I feel like.
Right.
So all right, now let's get back into it here. It's almost feeling a little manga-y to me.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Isn't it like
manga-y?
Yeah.
Manga-y? Manga-ish?
Manga-y? So here's but now he's dead, so I'm confused. This is our Blue Oyster Cult guy. Dead, just like before. Here we go. A little more strip of screen tone there with the hand. That's a cool little detail there. Would you move?
Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't know. I don't know where anybody is spatially at all.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you move? You made him shoot the cop. Oh, he's just a bus. He's someone on the bus. Okay, so why'd you move? You made him shoot the cop. Okay, so now he's responsible for the death of the cop.
Yeah, because he ran away. That doesn't make any sense.
I guess so. Very
blaming
very
the victim.
Confusing.
Blaming the victim.
Victim blaming. I can't be questioned. Not now. Not yet. Scream. And there's a Fat Ninja poster back there. Boo. And then another cop. Very odd cop choice. Like turn of the century. Like like I don't even know. Like bartender or something.
He looks like what's his face from Sopranos, the restaurant owner.
Oh, Artie Bucco.
It looks like Artie Bucco.
Artie Bucco. He's hiding something. I better find out what. And then, like this.
Yeah, I know.
This strut is pretty amazing.
What is that run? He's like ice skating towards him.
Oh my! Yeah, he is. Totally. I love it. So good. So all right, and then
So the chase is on here.
Yeah, because they're gonna try and question our boy here. They run through a few alleys of Sacramento. Amazing. I love that. I love like a story like this taking place in a city that specific.
Mm-hmm.
But soon the police officer tires. Okay. Do you think I go here? I think I do.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Hold it right there. Oh God, no! I gotta get away. Tong ting tong ting. Damn, he moves fast. He's committed himself now. He can't let him get away. Quickly, he fires again and again. Weird silhouette choice here too, right? Like, is that just laziness, you think, or what?
It might be one of those things where like he was drawing him and kept fucking up, so eventually he just became a shadow,
That's cool. I dig that. This time, the target proves better than his shooting. And then this splashes right over into this page here, which is cool. Very bizarre pants.
Yeah, his like satin ice skating pants. It's like weird.
Totally.
Like lycra dance wear that he's wearing.
Yeah. Total bell bottoms too in 87. I love it. If I'm caught, I'll be put through questioning about all my appearances at other crimes. Whoa. I won't be able to explain what I myself don't understand. That's a great Power
so
Comics
mental.
line of dialogue. Oh my God. Amazing. I love it. So good. And it's these buildings back here. What do you that's awesome.
Something tells me that's actually like if I went to Sacramento, that would be more like the main downtown office
the main
building.
architecture would look like.
So he ran because he. Okay, just keep going.
No, he ran because he doesn't want to be questioned about why he's often seen at the scene of other crimes. Right. Okay, that's some mental gymnastics there, which I think all Power Comic plots, require.
Exactly.
Now, this is kind of a cool little sequence here, I think, for a SilverWolf comic. SilverWolf, man, always bringing the wood paneling, always bringing the wood grain. I don't mean paneling. I mean just in the fence. Just that wood grain is always awesome. I love it.
Amen.
I've gained a little. An able body. What? Oh, sorry. I didn't see time. Sorry. I've gained a little time. I thought it was that he's gained an able body. I've gained a little time. An able body. And then a strong will. And then this screen tone overload here. It's static. It's crazy. Yeah. Screech. Hi, sugar. A strong will. Gain him an advantage. And then, of course, all women in all Power Comics must fall for all the, power people and the power heroes.
For Chris.
Yeah, for Chris. Yeah, those are some thick fence boards for show. What a hunk. He'd be a great catch for the day. This panel.
Oh.
Wait a minute. With his leg folded over. That's now we're getting zany. Chris,
yeah, we're getting a little.
That's a little zany.
A little fat ninja.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Do you like that, or is it terrible?
Hey, Skank, did you see where that guy went? It's like what this next three panels are.
I know.
Hey, slut in a Corvette. Go on.
Stop him. Believe me, I was hoping to stop him. Okay. Also,
You horn dog?
got a mad respect to the just toss a few bricks here and there.
I love that. It's a
Me
great
too. Yeah.
aesthetic.
Yeah, it is. It's cool.
Very
And then-
Apple IIe video game.
Very much. Very much. Yeah, or like a paint program or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, here's our sexy man here. Different shirt, some fancy shades, and a new me.
Great. Look at that face. Ooh.
Yeah, that protruding penile neck. Always need one of those and one of these. All right, hopefully some backstory exposition here finally. Patrons of the bus line were shocked at the carnage reaped here today, Mr. Bailey. I couldn't believe the violence. What do people think life is? A comic book? Ugh, I hate self-referential. And the stupid kid. Because of him, a police officer died. He should have sat still. That's so weird.
All right. Come on, buddy.
Though he escaped, the youth is suspected of being associated with the police killers. And then...
Oops. Great panel. Great face.
I know. This or that?
Mm-hmm. No. That one, yeah.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Geez, a cop dead. Hell, I don't even know why I decided to ride a bus today. I never ride buses. I either hitch or walk. It's like I have this knack for finding disaster of something. It seemed like something good would happen to me sometimes, but no.
Wait, did you say neck or neck? I think you said neck instead of nap. This would be a power comic to have a neck that attracts violence, though.
Yeah, he has
My
to
neck.
put this neck into position to signal.
My neck keeps attracting bad guys.
Oh my god! But this is kind of cool. These sort of like very arcade game backgrounds or something.
Yeah, total binder art.
Yeah, binder art. I dig it. I like when you have something like obviously the figure is so much more well defined, and then the back is just kind of like whatever.
It's
Man.
very graphic, very
graphic,
very designy.
Yeah, totally looks like Scott Summers, 100%, 100%, totally, 100%.
Scott Slummers.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Ooh, get a load of those legs. He loves the bell bottoms.
I know, and thick thighs.
Thick thighs.
And fine Italian leather boots.
Yes.
Oh, my boy.
My dad has finally come. My day. Sorry.
My dad has finally come. All right, everybody. That's the end of the show for tonight. We're going to wrap up here.
Oh, man.
My dad has finally come.
I'm telling you, see, if people could see how far away I actually have to read these from where I am here with the camera.
I've been on 10 no-dos before starting to read this.
I can't.
Been up for days.
I thought it was his dad has finally come. I'm sorry.
Don't make it better than it already is, Evan.
Okay, I know. That would have been a better thought. My day has finally come, or she just didn't want to ruin her paint job. Honk. We meet again. We
that
do.
Hair.
I know. I know.
Burnt bangs.
I know. A little, skull cap here. Okay.
Yeah.
Curly skull cap. We do. I know you. I'm bored. So if you would like a ride, where are you going? Davis? Frisco? He's going to Davis. That's hilarious. I guess that must be nearby to Sacramento. To Sac.
Sacktown, baby.
And then this is interesting that he's like tiptoeing over this little frame here. Ever so delicately.
Great frame.
So you're not listening, are you? And this is a great. So then his mind is just wandering here now to his back origin story.
Oh boy.
And this is amazing. Every SilverWolf sort of origin-ish, I feel like has the kind of middle origin sag interlude, Sorry, I'm going to my apartment in Sacramento. Oh, that's him. Sorry.
But that is weird because there's a weird hidden speech bubble behind that one that doesn't say anything. That is very Power Comics.
Oh, good.
What does that mean?
Well, he probably realized he didn't have enough space to type that dialogue there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. Bottom left could totally be in the Terror Assaulter, for sure.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm going to my apartment in Sacramento. I guess I'm just interested in moving along. I've been doing that a lot in my life, but mostly in sports. Gymnastics.
Oh,
so that explains.
Gymkata. This is Gymkata.
Gymkata. Totally. That's what I like about this. It feels like a Gymkata sort of movie or something.
Yeah, like B action movie. You know?
Totally. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like this is total. Yeah. Like, it could star that guy from what's that football player? Have you seen Stone Cold? You seen that movie?
No.
You never watched it? Oh man.
No.
You got to see Stone Cold. That's a Power Comics movie. Stone Cold. What's the football player's name? Come on, if someone knows the fucking Brian Bosworth. I just remembered it. Brian Bosworth.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, but Brian Bosworth is a good call for sure.
Yeah, I just put the IMDb link. The Boz. That's right. Yeah, Stone Cold is a total SilverWolf movie, for sure. So okay, I'd hoped that in Davis I would find a direction. So you must be going to college in Davis.
UC Davis, studying agriculture. It's their famous program.
Unfortunately, I found more than that. I do love these SilverWolf origins. I'm a big fan of those. This little cute car down here. Oh my
God.
Oh, it's so funny. I guess I shouldn't bore you. It's okay. Besides, you're not boring. Neither is my life. It wasn't long before I seemed to be drawn to disaster and violence. Yeah, look, here it is. Flashback to Waco. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah. Riff Tracks did Stone Cold. Really? That feels like I don't know. Stone Cold's better than that. First, it was a fire caused by lightning, but it was like I was there expecting it. This guy, Gabe.
Dude.
This scrunched man. He is a little person or something.
Ripped guys running in bell bottoms is Schultz's specialty, or what he thinks his specialty is.
Or his unconscious specialty.
He's obsessed.
He is.
Rip runners.
Rip runners. Rip runners. Next, it was a mugging by some huge guy.
Oh my God.
Not much I could do. And then it was an arson. Dozens died in that one. Oh, this is so...
Yikes.
Touched. Okay.
Touched.
It's like I was a jinx. I hope not. It's like I was a jinx. Oh my God. This is mental. I hope not. And then now we have this... I don't know. I guess they're inside somewhere. Hey, what about your car? Or, hey, what about your car? Don't worry, it's just a car.
What does that mean? What is this panel?
If he jinxes her car? Is that what this is about?
Is that it? Could that really be it?
I don't know. Does anybody else have any thoughts on that?
I assumed it was like because she parked in a fire zone that we don't see, and then he's, it's just like some bad power logic.
I guess so. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Pretty goofy car too. Total goofy car. This is a great page. What are you so staring up for there?
You don't want to know.
Okay. That looked ominous. Okay. So what do you do now? And then this sort of, I don't know, Prague album
Hershey's
cover.
bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Prague album cover.
Live well. Okay, so that's what he's doing now. Come on, what's your profession? I do freelance writing. Want a beer in my spare time? Whoa. Whoa. I do freelance writing. Want a beer in my spare time? Okay, so he had to write that, so he had to ask her for a beer in the middle of the sentence. Mm-hmm. I mean, sure. That's weird. That's a wild panel there. And then this is great. I at first I thought this was like a computer, but I guess it's not. Is this a microwave? Is that what she's walking into?
Big light switch.
But only if you could come with it. Whoa. So she is Randy for this Mandy. Right?
I know. She's a hornball.
Yeah. Say, want to watch a few movies with me tonight? This
guy.
This guy and this comic, though. I love it. Like, we have no...
Such a dingus.
We have no... like, he dodged a crime, and then we just... Yeah, it's just rando non sequiturs, which I like.
Ditzy hunk victim man.
Yeah, he's the victim man. Yeah, this is total white male victim story. Okay, but only scary ones. I like to be held tight.
Yummy.
Taking that randiness up a notch. His name is Casey Lockley. His day is over. That's weird. So now the narrator is telling us, stepping in now. Mm-hmm. Casey Lockley. His day is over. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay, great.
Great day.
Now, where are we going?
What is going on?
Again, here's that SilverWolf atrophy where things are the panels are going to start falling apart. We're just going to go all loosey-goosey now. That's definitely a thing that you see with these, for sure. Oh, now we're transitioning to his alter ego. Victim's night has just begun. It's 1 a.m. And then it says on this codename hit, top secret. This folder arrived today. It holds his next assignment. And then this is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Deathborg 2. Completion January 15th, 1987. Crime, treason. Victim. Deathborg 2 has been turned against the United States government. He needs to be returned or destroyed. At the moment, his resignation is San Francisco by car.
It's so hard to read this. Like, all the letters bleed together. It looks like a redacted government document.
It is. We will not be able to help you beyond this information. We believe you will be able to find him as you always seem to be able to. They had to stretch that out long just so it looks like a real...
Yeah, I know. That one sentence. And who is writing this?
We believe you'll be able to find him as you always seem to be able to.
No punctuation.
Caution should be exercised when apprehending this criminal, as he is reconstructed in a manner which gives him a metallic protective shell. This will give him a distinct advantage over any unprotected common human. Caution, this is an 8-inch thick metallic overlay. Okay. It's an overlay.
Damn.
He has energy projecting capabilities, which fortunately... I don't know. Brain his reserves quickly. Drain his reserves quickly. Sorry, got it. Drain his reserves. This is great.
This is like a setup for like a Mega Man boss. I love the logic here of like he's got thick skin, but it also drains his abilities really quick. So wait till he's tired out, and then you can attack him.
Such a fucking sugar high logic. You know, of like hyperactive, like ADHD writing where you're just like, yeah, then his skin is like 8 inches thick, dude, so you can't shoot through it. You know, it's like total Gatling gun fanboys. Like they love coming up with shit like this. So yes, Will, these are the papers from Thieves. The papers. The more I think about Thieves, the more that is a top 10 power comic, I think.
Actually. Wow.
Maybe. That was so fun. The whole idea of the papers and the guy shitting his pants. That was fun.
It was like a chick track if he made comics. It really was like the art was secondary to this insane story. Yeah.
I know sometimes the stories, maybe this is the SilverWolf hot take. Maybe the stories are more power than the art. And this is kind of that example where
this is a definite power concept here.
Power arc. Yeah.
A
For sure.
doofus is attracts crime.
A doofus on the loose is yeah. A loose doofus. and ripped runners.
Doofus loose in the city.
Yeah. And then here we go.
Here we go.
Now
Look
we're
at
just
this.
couple doodles. Couple notebook doodles here.
This is some borderline not power. This is like pretty stinky art.
It is stinky. Yeah. It's foreshadowing the 90s right here, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to try to read this. His one weak point is his right arm. Here we go. Spazzy video game logic. Spazzy video game logic. Which was kept original. This was in case there was something that required a human touch. Don't tamper with it too much, however. This is the... I don't know. This is the REM?
Source of his power? I don't know.
Which the energy is ejected from. I don't know what that word is. Arm. Which the energy is ejected from. Oh, cool. So, great.
It was kept original. It's such insane writing.
I know. It's like been put through like Google Translate a couple times. Just
first draft of everything, you know.
Yeah, very hasty. I mean, they're trying to make those deadlines. Maybe he's the smartest one because he's like, I'm going to got the Empire.
Doesn't matter.
Push him out. Get him out.
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Though the right arm has normal strength, the left arm is capable of lifting nearly a ton without putting much strain on the body. Mm-hmm. The entire body is built to withstand the rigors of wartime difficulties, anti-personnel mines, grenades, etc. Don't get the wrong idea. He's not indestructible, just tough. Okay.
Wartime difficulties.
Wartime difficulties. All right, now we're back into some dynamic range here.
Now we're getting somewhere, yeah.
It's kind of looking a little mutandi.
It's looking a little Liberator, which we got to do at some point.
Ooh, we should.
This is like the same art.
Yeah, very mutandian, if I may say. There's only so much a file can tell a person. Active research is often needed. And for Victim, this is the time he enjoys best. He searches through the city looking for information and keeping an eye out for unusual incidences. Sorry. By the AM, he has found a target. A few hours of trailing ensures him that he has the right man. This is self-drive mode here. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
He's found the guy.
Yeah, he looks about right. This is autopilot now, is what I meant to say. He could take this man now, but possible links with Deathborg would disappear, and the prey would be warned. Wow. So, yeah, funny that, kind of like similarly with Thieves, like as soon as it kind of becomes a superhero comic, it kind of becomes, meh, just
an archetype.
It's just a whatever. It's a husk, you know? But before, when it's like just these weirdo, bizarre characters that...
Scenes, yeah. The setup that's pretty...
well, like...
tenuous and...
like, with characters that seem like they've just been hit over the head with a fucking baseball bat and are trying to interact with each other. You know, those types of scenes, just the regular day-to-day, that's what's great. Any of the just, like, superhero pastiche is just cobbled together. It's just like, you know, just the same old total, you know. Yeah, but anyway, this is a cool page.
Great van.
This car. What? I know this.
What's going on there?
This van is. I would totally draw a van like that. That's probably about as good as I can do on the perspective there on a van.
I dig it.
I dig it too. No, the time isn't now. This character's cool. For the moment, he must wait, but only for the moment. A license plate is memorized. Now that's weird. That's a weird line of narration that makes it feel like it's from another fucking country or something. A license plate is memorized, sorry. And a monitor is sent to the side of the van. And a monitor, a little...
This is the most Power Comics. The next line is the most Power Comics line here.
Yeah, totally. And a monitor is sent to the side of the van. This monitor is good for up to 30 miles. Yeah.
Why, Chris?
That's not much of a monitor, I guess.
No, but that's why he needs to memorize the license plate in case it goes over 30 miles and they lose track.
I'm chucking a piece of bologna on the side of the car. It has been a useful gift from Source upon many occasions.
Source is the
Source family.
You know, it's all part of the cult. It's the SilverWolf universe here.
Yeah. Deathborg will be found by nightfall. That's awesome. Very he's got the Ghost Rider glasses, it looks like, what the homeboy has. So, okay.
Oh,
this is great.
Good morning, dummy.
If he doesn't fight Deathborg in a suburban basement, I'm out. I know, dude. Well, does he? No,
I don't think there's any background drawn on the battle, but we'll get to it.
That fucking God, that last spread on Thieves was
best.
So good.
I know.
Okay, back to our homeboy here. God, I'm exhausted. I could use some more sleep. Even the cereal looks terrible. That's hilarious. Cereal. I can't see
this point of view shot of him eating cereal. That third panel there. It's so dark.
That is great, though.
It's so mental.
Kind of a cool touch.
I could see Paul Schultz like holding a spoon in his hand and like drawing it. You know,
totally.
Brilliant.
I can't seem to get a good night's sleep. And those dreams, geez, me a superhero, ha! So he doesn't even know. Interesting. He's a victim. Oh man, there's a horny page coming up I just took a gander at. Comes in green, blue, and look at that, red. That is really touched.
I know.
Angel. Yep. Say it, isn't it a little early to be getting up? And then click. I'm sure we can get your mind off of food and your body relaxed.
You're taking advantage of a mentally disabled hunk lady. Come on.
In the dark. Yeah. Half awake eating terrible cereal. Okay, this is where things get a little saucy here. Oh. Oh my God. Right up to the pubes.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, the pube line. Well, if I can entice you with the flesh, then I suppose I'll have to do the next best thing. Feed you. Gross. They're feeders. They're feeders. Oh my God. Sup, Roy?
Oh, we got Roy in the chat. What's up, Roy? Thanks for tuning in.
Roy, I actually wanted to, while you're here, I was gonna just let's take a quick commercial break here from Thieves, and I wanted to share with you the other little surprise that you sent me the other day. Roy also drew us a special little drawing that I wanted to share with you, Gabe, and everyone here.
Oh boy!
Check out his beautiful drawing of the cast and characters from Dynasty.
Oh my God, Roy, put it on a mug, Roy. Get that on a mug and start selling that shit, buddy.
Yeah, you should start bootlegging this shit, man. Put that on some shirts and sell it. Who cares? Don't even get the rights. That's amazing.
Oh my God,
I would wear
wild.
that. I would wear that
yeah.
on like printed on like a white like crew neck
jean jacket.
Oh, yes. The back of a white jean jacket. We could sell those $500 a piece. Roy, you taking notes? $500 a piece, limited edition, 50 of them, Dynasty jackets. Y'all would wear them. I would.
Hand embroidered.
Hand embroidered. Do you know how to embroider, Roy? Embroider, Roy. Okay. Beautiful, wonderful, incredible work as always, Roy. Keep sending it in. We will show it on the show all the time. Cheers to Roy, the genius mastermind behind Superman 3. The only Superman 3 that I care about. So thank you, Roy. All right, now back to your regularly scheduled programming. The Power Comics movie of the week, Victim. Oh, yeah, this.
Ooh, yummy.
Back to the feeders. So, you name it, Tiger, and I'll fix it. Click. The cereal was fine. How about a trip to Frisco?
God, psychotic. All that setup.
Yeah, I know. All that setup for just him to like totally be like, no, I'm good with cereal now. It's okay. Wow. God, this body.
Yeah, what is that body? That's pretty mental.
I don't know. It really is. My treat. You're a treat, all right. Let's go. So now they're on their way to Frisco. Ooh, some more cars here. I do like his cars.
I love that panel. That's such a weird car.
Panel, guys, is
you like it?
It's art. For sure. This is modern art.
It's art, dude.
It's art. Again, the static screen tone, very confusing. It's like they're like living in a simulation or something, almost, which they might. Later, in 70 minutes, we'll be in the city by the bay. Are they supposed to be driving, or are they stopped?
Mm-hmm.
Weird. That's weird.
Taking off, maybe.
Just drive safe, okay? You worry too much. Just ahead of Casey and the nameless girl. Oh shit! Charlie, move it! Why? Is she smoking? That's cool. Why? Move! Crazy panel, but love it.
Wait, who is where? This doesn't.
I don't know. Oh, this is somebody else, right?
Well, that's like bad guys, but where are they in relation to them? Because I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Oh, this could be out of the van. I see. That is very
right.
confusing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is very weird.
But the van is on the wrong side in the next panel. But they're saying, move. Ugh. You know what?
No, Charlie is the smoker, and he's talking to the other henchman named Charlie, saying, "Move it!" Like we got to catch up to these guys. But the weird thing is that you'd think, like, again, very, very Power Comics. When they're talking about very big specifics, like the monitor is good 30 miles. That they don't just mention that there's goons in the car, like just something to make it clear. But they don't.
Right. But what I'm saying is, goons are in a big van. That's to the left of them. But in that aerial shot, there's a big van to the right. But someone's saying, "Hey," in the sedan. Yeah, I don't know. It's just
it's
chaos.
Yeah, Zamet's right. Major power decay here for sure. Totally. All right. It's an unusual looking gun. It looks like a toy. Now we're segued to that.
Such a little kid drawing of a gun. I love it.
Totally. It's like a potato gun, like one of those little like 1940s toys. It isn't. Todd. Of course, you gotta have a Jonah in every Power comic.
Jonah.
Gotta have one Jonah. Yeah. Todd. And then crack. I like that. That's cool. And then here comes the Cyborgian. You've got something I want. Now the time is right. Here comes Victim. This is hilarious.
Ooh.
This is Deathborg. He has to strike hard or not at all. He has to strike hard. So weird. All right. And then, of course, we're left with the cliffhanger here. Very arcade art.
The standoff.
The standoff, but of course, not in a suburban basement.
Jantar pirate boots, which I love.
He does. I know. He sure does. Yeah. Yeah, Roy, get on Instagram, Roy. You got to put up all this stuff on Instagram so we can share it for everyone. For sure. Perhaps he has possibly bitten off more than he could chew. We'll find out next month. Who is Victim? Where does he come from? Okay, so I thought we learned where he came from earlier on in the issue. Is he somebody?
We don't know.
Okay.
We don't
Who
know
is
yet.
Casey Lockley? Where does he fit in? And just what is Deathborg's purpose in life? Such a stupid way to put it. Next issue, the false egg, of course. Something about an egg has to be the subject of the next issue. Part 1. This will be followed up in Thieves number 2. Oh, so it's got the SilverWolf Fourth World here. Followed up in Thieves number 2, Edge 2, and Thieves number 3. Don't miss it. So yeah, converging of storylines here. And that's it. You know, usual SilverWolf ads. Bada bing. Bada
well, but
boom.
then we got this. Yeah, we got to read. I think
right.
There's something in here, maybe.
Okay. Well, let's do it. Victim
Maybe.
evaluations. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Will. Mail your letters in to victim evaluations. This letter column should have been called victim blaming for sure. All right. This is a good open to the letter too. Victim, aren't we all? In this case, the character is more than a victim. He is an observer. He doesn't realize yet that he has the power to be at a certain place where the action is most likely to occur. He'll figure it out soon enough, as I'm sure many of you readers are already doing. But who is Jason? Who is this superhero? Who is Deathborg?
Wait,
too?
Jason? There's no Jason in this comic.
There's no Jason. Lowercase J, Jason too. It's like a screen. It ties together. It's just not one of those books that can be done in 2 pages. Give the character a break. We've jumped into his life at a very crucial time. Anything can and will happen. Why victim? I wanted to deal with the character who is always trouble, one that is always running. I want to see where the character goes, what kind of life he will lead. This is a real concept which I believe would occur to many would-be superheroes if they were to try what this superhero is doing in the real world of today. Jesus Christ.
What?
We ought to throw him in jail. What do you say? Isn't that what would probably happen to most of us if we tried the kind of stunts that this character is pulling? Send in your suggestions too. What the hey? Let's see what kind of real situations you, the readers, would like to see a superhero enter into. I'd like to welcome Paul Schultz into SilverWolf. I believe he will be here for some time. He is responsible for the pencils and the inks in this book. He will also be writing issue number 3. I'm sure he would like to hear from you out there. What do you think of his work? Don't be bashful. Right.
Chris. So Chris came up with a concept that is extremely philosophical. You know, does our guy... If our hero is a magnet for crime and death and destruction, then he might be, you know, he's better off being dead, right? Even if he's solving those crimes. But he doesn't even realize the weight or value of his own concept of victim being. He doesn't address the like psychological struggle of that character who has to deal with this awful life that he's been thrown into.
It's a very weird plot. It's very, very bizarre. I actually wanted to see if I had victim number 2. Do you know if I do?
I do.
Do you? It's the one with the metal guy in the cover, right? Hold on, I have it. Hold on. No, I got it. I got it. I just wanted to look real fast.
Let's hold them up together.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, it's a great cover. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
so, I don't know if we'll ever dig into it, but you know, we can just do a quick hyper speed on this. Wow, look at that page. That's wild.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Whoa.
A little better art, more action.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
a lot more going on in these pages. Well, that's very trippy. Look at the close-up of the
That's
chrome.
rules. I love that.
Look at that chrome.
Chrome attempt.
Like little Ultimate Warrior logos. That's what it looks like. Wow. That is very
cool.
Yeah, so you can see that he's stepping it up here, or he's trying to. Trying to see if there's any. I know, Jeff. What's up, Jeff? I just sent your comics back today, so
Yeah, the Chris Silver website is incredible. Everyone should give it some traffic. It's got some pretty mental.
He's still drawing cars the way I want to see him.
Yeah, ooh, balloon cars, blow up cars.
Totally balloon cars. Oh yeah. So all right, I mean, it's still this is kind of we're now falling, for me into this is really cool actually. This he's adding some backgrounds into the ending splashes, and that's great with those bricks.
Mm-hmm.
And the
very graphic, very dynamic. But
wow, that's cool.
Pretty stinky.
Yeah, it's a little stinky. I agree. But there you have it.
Wow.
Victim 1 and 2.
Jeff says he found a booster box of a card game he put out in the 90s. I gotta see that, Jeff.
Who
I want to
did?
know.
That Chris Silver
Our man Jeff. Yeah, because he was getting into games.
Oh my God, Jeff! We got to figure out a way we can play.
We should
definitely play this card game on the channel. Chris Silver card game on Power Comics. Get out of here.
Or just do a tarot reading with those cards.
That's amazing. All right. Well, what'd you think? Thieves is still better, right? Wow, Jeff.
Yeah, Thieves is better. But I do love Victim because it is a great power concept. The art is, kind of nauseating. No offense, Schultz, but yeah, because it's just a very generic superhero.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's not as cool as Thieves. Thieves obviously introduces the suburban backdrops, the amazing, late 80s furniture, the sort of like, your mom's basement furniture, set pieces.
No budget horror movie set.
Yeah, like total low budget vision, which I love. You could do anything, and they chose to make it low budget for sure. It's amazing. The Victim still, I mean, it is a power comic. It's cool, but it's I think it's a B grade in terms of the power comic sphere. Anyway, right before we get to the book report, Rémy, are you standing by? Oh, I got to make sure Rémy's standing by. But anyway, before we get to the Banyon of the High Fortress book report that we promised you last week, I wanted to mention.
I have my book report.
Oh, okay, stand by. Okay. I wanted to mention next week. I'm going to try to arrange this for next week. I'm thinking we're going to have Tony Lorenz back on the show.
Ooh, my man.
Yes, the Michael Jordan of Power Comics, the Orson Welles of Power Comics. He is going to come back here because he is sending me some new old art that he found. So,
oh my God.
He found some unreleased stuff, maybe, or some just old Tony work. And, Tony's our favorite Power Comics artist that has ever lived. So, we're gonna try to get him on next week. I don't know if it'll be Tuesday yet. I have to figure out what day it's gonna be if it works for his schedule. But next week, plan on a Tony Lorenz return show, and then after that, I really want to I want to go back to the Macabre series. I'm kind of hankering to go back to the Macabre series. And this one is really special. So maybe we should have Rémy on the show for that week.
Evan, I've never read that one. I'm very excited.
This is very good. So, all right. Well, let's bring in our Manhattan correspondent, Rémy Bennett. Take a seat.
All right, should I sit next to you?
Sit right here, yeah.
Okay. All right, Gabe, I'm doing this for you.
And I'm gonna.
Thank you. Rémy, I really appreciate it.
And I want you to put this on so you can hear Gabe.
Okay, Gabe. What's up?
What's up? Thank you so much for doing this, Rémy. I mean, I said it as a joke, but I'm glad that this is long overdue. None of us have actually read Banyon, and I'm glad that hopefully you're actually giving us a real book report here and not just
no. This is going to be a real book report. Let me just tell you that first. I just want to introduce our Manhattan correspondent, Rémy Bennett. She's been on the show many times.
Many times.
Or once?
Once, yeah.
Once. Okay, one time. But here she is now. And we're going to be doing, just so you can see this, just before we start here, we have notes. And we're actually multiple pages of notes scribbled.
On an envelope. It's all I could fit on, on these envelopes.
This is mental.
So this was I drank some cough medicine before.
Oh yeah. So you're like robo-tripping while you're doing
I
this.
robotussin out. Okay. I do legitimately have a cold, so I was.
Me too, sister.
Okay, so I'm in the same spot as you are, but
I think this adds.
Do me a favor though.
So
do me a favor when you're done with
let me set this up, and then you launch into it. So last week, everybody, I think we scared Ben away, and maybe some of you away from doing because we did the Banyan of the High Fortress #2 show, which was completely off the rails, but very fun. We looked at Banyan of the High Fortress 1. And I'm sure most of you have seen that this is not really a comic book. It's got a few drawings that Will Holloway drew, but for the most part, it's written all in prose, which is a big letdown because this cover art here by Will is one of the great Power Comics covers of all time. And we had never read it. We just gave up.
Yeah.
We just never read this. We just gave up because it's not a comic, so we never read it. But you read it. Mm-hmm. So, Rémy, will you give us your report on Banyan of the High Fortress #1.
Okay,
what is it about? What are we
so
talking?
I did a bit of a speed read.
Okay.
While you guys were doing
Please.
the show.
Speed read.
And go to, I just want to. Can I like put this up? So this guy, right? This guy is the nexus of the story. He is the Dawn Demon. Well, I gotta put these back in order. Okay.
A little closer to the mic.
Okay, so the Dawn Demon, right?
Yeah.
He's that crazy creature with like the crotch that's on fire and all that shit. He was birthed in a cosmic time before people existed, before dinosaurs existed. It's a kind of a Frankenstein story, a kind of a Frankenstein monster story. So he's conflicted because this is what it says. His physical deformity was due to the absence of parental DNA molecules to determine whether he was man or beast. So he was birthed in this like confusion, this conflict. He didn't know if he was good, he was evil, he was man, he was beast, but he was alone. He was living alone in the universe. He was struggling. He had no companions. He didn't know, who he was, right? So he's kind of like floating through the ether, floating through the universe, and he's waiting for life forms to sort of materialize. So he sees the dinosaurs, dinosaurs appear.
This is wild.
And he looks down.
Not at all what I thought was going to be happening. Go on.
He looks down from the cosmos and he sees these dinosaurs and prehistoric shit. So he decides to go down to Earth, hang out with dinosaurs, and he does not get along with them at all because he thinks that they're not on his level intellectually. They're not very smart. And so he thinks that's very lame, and he kind of waits for the Ice Age to happen until they die out. And then he's walking around on Earth. He sees a prehistoric man, right? Like kind of an ape kind of guy. And he has this great idea where he's like, okay, how do I create more of myself? I need to rape this monkey.
No.
And what is it? It's insane. Oh yeah. So the way that Bill Miller puts it is forced intercourse. So he says, after the Ice Age, the demon saw the first prehistoric man, and he forced intercourse with him. Because he wanted to produce more creatures like himself. Okay, so then that happens, right? Then they get pregnant, like, together. I don't know which one, like, births the child.
That sounds about right.
But it's, like, sort of like a union of like, pregnancy, and then this demon child is birthed with, like, this light around its head. Is
that this? No.
But that's
that's the guy who's floating through the ether.
That's the main man. Okay, so then the baby is birthed on the planet on Earth, and then basically it like leads to these generations of these demonic mystical beast creatures that have like sorcery, like occult power. Okay, I'm almost there. This is like part 2. Okay,
this is a real book report.
Okay, so then cut 2, right? Just cut.
Damn.
2. The fortress. Now we're in the fortress, and it's like King Arthur and his court, and there's Banyan, and he's like the knight that the king loves, and all
that sounds familiar.
And fuck, what happens? Okay, my notes.
Wait, while you're consulting your notes, I just want to point out real fast that there are illustrations.
Okay,
in this, like you have, just there'll be like, a page or two of prose, and then we'll get some will art here to the side. None of this that you're talking about, none of this weird shit,
No.
forced intercourse,
No.
center of the earth, whatever the fuck, none of that is depicted at all in Will's artwork. I'm sure, Will, you never read any of this too. You were just doodling. Okay, now
I gotta say,
please.
it does continue to become very, very strange. So you cut to the fortress,
Now it
right?
does.
They're in the king's court. There's a jester. There's like a feast happening. The king is hanging out with Banyon, and he's like, "You're the man," and all this stuff. And he was like, "Banyon, so I'm gonna bring this wizard. Into the court because I think we need like a wizard here." And this wizard happens to be one of the demon spawns of the Dawn Demon. And so Banyon is like, I'm not feeling this. I'm not into this idea. I think that you're so powerful as a king, you don't need any sort of pagan occult influence. Like, we can do this like in a really good way, like good versus evil, like fuck evil, it's all good. And the king was like, no, just trust me. There's a reason. I need this to happen. So Banyon's like, I don't trust this. Wait, what's the guy's name? Cursed. His name is
Cursed, yeah.
Khurst.
Yeah.
So Cursed comes in, right? They have this like feast, and then the fucking wizard confides in Banyon. No, the king confides in Banyon that he's impotent. And that he is not able to have sexual relations with his wife, the queen. And he's something about his prowess. He says, the king says, "I am without prowess in the making of love." So then basically the wizard goes down and makes him this like sex potion, like a Viagra liquid potion.
This is crazy.
And then and then the king goes and like hides in his lair, and like the wizard dude Cursed is supposed to give the potion to the king. But then while this is all happening, he's getting changed or something, I don't know. The queen walks up and is like, "What is that beautiful smell? Oh my God, it's so tempting and lovely. Oh, I need this like beautiful drink." And Cursed is like, no, don't drink that. That's not for you. That's for the king. And she's like, "I can't stop myself." And she chugs it. And then she starts going like crazy. Like it's like a sex potion. And she starts getting super horny. And she's like jumping on the wizard and like trying to have sex with him. And then the wizard's like, I can't because he's like half good and half bad because he's a spawn of the demon.
Are you making this up?
No, it's true. And then what happens is the Dawn Demon spirit takes over. This guy's spirit takes over, and he starts having forced intercourse with the queen. And then they have this like crazy, like full-on passionate, like sex moment, cosmic sex moment, and they're both like super into it. But then it like ends, and they're both like, "Oh, let's like never talk about that again." And then like cut to 16 years later. 16.
That's what he always does. That's what he did in number 2.
The queen is dead. But she had a child, and this child is, and so no one really knows.
Bill Miller.
I mean, I should probably wrap this up. I should probably wrap this up. But,
No.
Your notes. Can we just show some of your notes?
The child is horny, and then he's glowing lights, and so then I just want to quote one thing that can I?
Yeah.
Okay. Cursed says, "If our race should survive, we must cultivate these fields of flesh." Of course, this attitude goes back to the Dawn Demon's method of forced intercourse.
That is
Bill.
Yeah. And then so like, okay, I'm going to do this super quick. Like I'm going to wrap this up.
No,
but,
this is good.
So then this girl was a princess, but then she's like a hybrid of like, she's got part demon, she's got part royalty. And before the king dies, no one knows, by the way, that this is what she is. The king pulls aside Banyon and says, "Listen, when I'm about to die, like tomorrow, because I'm old, when I die, I cannot have the heir be her. Whatever you do, the heir cannot be her. It has to be a man. Maybe you can take the throne."
Whoa.
And he's like, okay. The king dies, and then Sir Banyon thinks that he's being this amazing, like altruistic, like loyal guy, and he's like, "Forget that. It should be her. She should be the queen, it's about the bloodline," because he thinks he's doing this great thing. And then she gets to be the position of the queen. And then the wizard is like, "Holy shit, like it's a demon queen." And then, fuck, what else happens?
You are inhabiting the soul of Bill Miller right
I
now.
know. Do me a favor,
so this
though.
Is some deep shit.
When we're done here, put those notes into your neighbor's mailbox for me. This is like classic.
Put them in the neighbor's mailbox.
I said, put those notes in. This is classic, like schizophrenic rambling notes I would find on the streets of New York City.
Yeah, like, is this a threat? Is this like is it a bomb threat?
So that's it. That's only part one of the book report because I could only fit it on these.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. I can't believe that's where that went.
I mean,
never in a million years would I thought that was.
Yeah, and I just wanted to be clear. This is Bill Miller. This is Bill Miller of John Tar, of whatever the fuck. This is from Christian Bill. Writing all this, and this
makes sense.
It does make sense, of course, but it seems to be perhaps the most anguished, the most angry, and maybe the most expansive.
And all the themes are there. The sexual guilt, the sexual repression, the Puritanism. There's a lot of stuff. Bill Miller. There's the darkness there. It's the satanic panic kind of stuff.
The dark side of Bill Miller.
Yeah.
Well, A+ book report.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much, Rémy.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that run-in.
No worries.
We got to have you back for Macabre.
Okay.
Macabre. Rémy Bennett, ladies and gentlemen. A+ book report here from our staff that's working constantly here around the clock. But that was great, Gabe, right? What'd you think?
I don't know what to think, man. I did that totally. I can't believe that's what Banyan #1 was about.
I know. And to think
we read Banyan #2, and it's nothing like that.
I know. And it's it goes into that,
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, that is wild. Wild.
Incredible.
So, incredible stuff. Banyan of the High Fortress. Wow. I mean, we never bothered to read it, and thank God someone did. But that was fun. Victim. So, like I said, next week we will be back with Tony Lorenz to do catch up with Tony, to look at his some new discoveries he's found, and then we're gonna do. I think we should just do this amazing macabre, right? I mean, I think that just sounds like. In my awesome comic clear boards here that I got. So, yeah, let's do that. So those will be our next 2 weeks. And then, we'll be back every week from there on. All right. And to address the Ben is taking a little bit of time off right now because, I don't want to, I'll let him explain. He's got some things on the way, shall we say. But we are going to have Ben back on for a special show in a couple of weeks. But he's taking a little Ben hiatus for now. But we're going to have him back, I guess, probably in 2 to 3 weeks from now. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, we got some other stuff. And Rémy will be back. And so, we're going to have some awesome stuff. Will, you better start packing up right now, bud. Start heading for that border. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out tonight. That was a lot of fun. And I guess we'll be back next week. Stay tuned for the date, too. I don't know which date the Tony thing's going to be yet, so it might not be Tuesday. So check on the Instagram or whatever, or when I post the live video thing here, what day it's going to be, because it might not be Tuesday at 8. It might be a different day. Anyway, all right, guys. Ben. Gabe, you want to say your prayers?
Thanks, guys. That was fucking weird, and glad we all had to suffer through it. Bye.
All right, everybody. Have a good rest of your week. Don't forget, definitely check out One Fucking Hour. Come on, guys.
Yes, it's amazing, guys.
Subscribe to my new channel. I need subscribers. I mean, we need subscribers on Power Comics too. I mean, we've been trying to get to 1,000 for like a fucking millennium. I feel like, right?
I'll buy some bots.
Yeah, we should. Will you buy us some bots for Christmas? But everyone, head over to One Fucking Hour, my new film podcast. It's a lot of fun. We just covered James Woods and the Boost, a cocaine Cautionary Tale, a cocaine-fueled cautionary tale from the 80s with James Woods zip-zapping off the screen there. It's great. All right, everybody. Take care. Head over there, and we'll see you later. Have a good week. See ya. Bye.